it? Hey, I didn't, huh? Well, it's gonna have to be all right. Great morning, y'all. Great morning, great morning, great morning, great people. How are y'all doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to the Spirituality, a Word in the Wilderness. Okay. I hope y'all are doing well. What's today? Thursday. Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Thursday. OMG, so much has happened, y'all, in the course of this little 24 hours. So some of y'all might be getting some 24-hour instruction. So make sure you're paying attention. Y'all, we are on the book of Exodus. We are on the book of Exodus today. I'm sorry, Leviticus. We're in Leviticus. Why am I still thinking about Exodus? 2020. Yep, it was, because y'all was telling me about 2020 yesterday. So we're in the book of Leviticus, y'all. So yes. Oh, Lord. I was trying to take them out, wasn't it? I was finna take them out. Good morning, Jared. Good morning. Y'all come in, like the live, share the live, share the love. Like the live, share the live, share the love. Y'all, I'm trying to put us way back in Exodus, and that's not even where we at. Okay, so we're in the book of Leviticus this morning, y'all. We're gonna finish off Leviticus 5, 6, and 7. Okay, 5, 6, and 7. And this is actually important. So we're gonna see what Padre God want to say about this, because babe, I had to do my own, ask for my own forgiveness, right? Yesterday, as y'all know, I did one of them publicly. But then child, I had to chop it up with Padre God about something else as well. So don't be afraid to take ownership of your stuff, child, but Jesus forgives. Okay, he forgives. So anyway, we gonna finish up Leviticus 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and then we gonna get a message from Spirit Nim, because baby, let me tell you, Padre God been on one these last 24 hours. Okay, but I receive it. We gonna talk about it, but we gonna do that before we get ready to give the message, because it's gonna be important on this. So I am gonna do the community announcements, because we got a couple of those. So let's talk about the community announcements real quick. Then we'll hop into Leviticus. Then we'll get the word, and then because we gonna see what Spirit didn't want to. I know y'all got a lot to say. What y'all said. First, can I just had told y'all that they was a little excitables, y'all, just a little bit. Yeah, they was a little excitables, because they feel like Padre God, as always, y'all know Padre God is always developing stuff. And so even with me, so whenever he says that they can come out a little more, it means that he done got some straightening with me, and I got some understanding in my spirituals. And so he letting them come. Y'all can't be rushing, mom, y'all. Hey, love you. Child, they've been telling me, I know it, but you just, because we ain't even got through we not even done yet. Yeah, I hear y'all out there cutting up. You ain't have to send your representative. Child, why they sent the crow's name? Y'all ain't have to do that. Don't get no attitude. Anyway, I'm back. So we're going to talk more about that before we hop into the message for this morning. It's a lot of I forgot. That's one of the changes as well. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see. Hold on. I got to put that so I don't forget. Let's do it. Let's get to it. Let's see what is going on. Let's talk about it. So the community announcements for this morning, y'all. So get on the email list. Make sure you subscribe to the email list. Go to my Shopify store, 336 Tarot and Oracle .myshopify.com. Oh, y'all had to swoop down to say what y'all had to say? Y'all ain't have to swoop down. Y'all ain't have to swoop down on me like that. Child, y'all should have seen the way they just swooped it. I'm in it. Uno momento. Don't come on here cutting up. Don't you do it. Don't y'all do that. Yeah, I'm gonna tell the people them y'all got a little, because I feel like y'all got a little attitude in y'all spirituals. Y'all ain't have to swoop that. Y'all should have seen the way they just swooped it. Okay, I'm back. Y'all, like they trying to handle me, like they trying to run up on what y'all were finna. Y'all, what y'all gonna do? Y'all in the spirituals. Anyway, I'm back. Listen, get on the email list, okay? Subscribe to the email list, child. The Spirit Name is not gonna be showing out with me today because Padre God I heard Daddy too. I heard him. You Oh, okay. Well, yeah, go on now. Fly off into the sun's child. They meant what child they's got it. They think because they getting ready to be able to come back out on this side of the street that they finna y'all. You better get your spirituals in order. Get them spirituals in order. Okay, I'm back. Good morning, Jamila. Good morning. Okay, get on the email list, y'all. Guess what, y'all? I sent out my very first message. I sent out my very first email yesterday. From the 336 Tarot and Oracle shop. Okay. So make sure that you subscribe, y'all. I'm probably going to resend it. I don't know who all's on the email list. I don't think I have that many subscribers. So make sure that y'all get on, subscribe to the email list, 336 Tarot and Oracle.myshopify.com. All my links are in the description box, so you can find it on every one of my platforms. You can go to my link tree, which is ToShae Germaine. Get on the email list. I did a test run of the first newsletter for 336 Tarot and Oracle yesterday. So I'm probably going to resend it once I get some more people, but I wanted to test it out. It worked. It's the bomb. So make sure you subscribe to the email list. Okay. Subscribe and shop. Subscribe and shop. Why? Because for the launch of TU, which happens to be on Cinco de Mayo, y'all, I didn't even realize it until yesterday. I was talking with my daughter and she was like, and her friends was like, you should come down for Cinco de Mayo. And I was like, child, I can't do that. I got TU launching on 5/5. And I was like, OMG, it didn't hit me till then. So, baby, y'all better come in there in TU. Y'all better come in there with your Cinco de Mayo stuff on, your big old sombreros and stuff. Child, I'm gonna have to get a sombrero. I'm be cuteness though. We're gonna put on sombreros and ponchos. I'm just saying, Margaritaville, we're not gonna see. This is what I be talking about. This is why I don't let them come out. No, we not. Ain't no drinking on the job. We finna see what drinking on the job could get you in the book of Leviticus. You know what? I'm not finna. Okay, I'm back. So make sure, listen, y'all. So Cinco de Mayo, we gonna be celebrating. Ain't that craziness? I didn't even realize that was the day that we're doing that. So 5/5 TU, sign up. In addition, y'all, that's what I was talking about. The launch of TU, I lowered all the prices on all of the Message Clarity Tarot and Oracle cards. Everyone, all of them, I changed the price. I kind of paid homage to Spirit Name as well, because I was like, since they gave me so much insight and wisdom for the cards, I say, child, let me honor them as well. So I actually dropped the prices on all of the Message Clarity decks. So y'all can check those out. They're not in the Shopify store. Get on the email list. TU, of course, even dropped the price on that as well, y'all. So it was just a lot that happened. I'm telling y'all, a lot happened in these last 24 hours between me and God, and just really him talking to me and just kind of giving me directions, instructions, and then Spirit Name, of course, ministering to me as well, message. So a lot has happened. Members only videos. So it's a lot of changes that are going to get implemented as well, y'all. I'm going to be doing some member only lives, and most of them are going to be posted in the TU Facebook group. Okay, so you'll either be able to see it on YouTube, or you'll be able to see it in the members in the TU Facebook group. I kind of stepped in there last night because I wasn't going to launch it until TU starts, but then the Lord was like, well, you can just put your videos in there that I'm going to be recording, because I'm not going to be posting as much content, and I'm going to be repurposing a lot of the content. So when I do post videos, they're actually going to be in the TU community for members only. So I'm going to be doing a lot more members only lives, member only content. And that will be available on YouTube for if you're subscribed on YouTube, as well as the TU Facebook group as well. Okay. Make sure you're following me on Facebook, Instagram, all my other platforms. I feel like the Lord is detouring us. He's giving us the necessary instructions for where He's getting ready to take us. One of the things He wanted me to talk about, and even as He talked to me about it last night, y'all, is you got to have fun with what you're doing. And so I was telling the Lord last night, I say, Dad, I don't know if I was like, I love what I'm doing, but I told him, like, straight up, y'all better have some real conversations with Patrick God. I was like, Dad, if I feel like I'm not having fun, I need to get back to enjoying what I'm doing. And so he and I kind of chopped it up, and he showed me I told him what I felt, and he showed me some things, and I was like, that's it. So make sure that you're having fun with what you're doing. And that'll make it so much easier to do. Some of you are also, let me just say that I tell y'all, I cannot make it up. It's not until I record a video and then I go back, because I do go back and watch the videos now. I didn't used to do it. I go back and watch the videos, and then I'll be like, OMG, or something will happen. And it actually is me being able to say, okay, yeah, that applies to me. Or I understand that particular, how that could apply to my own life. So just pay attention. And I made a post this morning, child, and I was like, you ever heard something, and then you don't you heard it, but you ain't listened, and then when you come back and hear it again, or y'all just be done said it. Y'all just be reminding us of stuff. Yeah, I know y'all had to. I know, and I know exactly who said it when they told me. I mean, they told y'all ain't have to. Listen, uno momento. I had told y'all was right, child. They be wanting to get they right on all the time. Well, most of the time y'all do be right, but I'm just saying. All to do it. Let's go ahead and do Leviticus so we can get this message. I know. Just give us a second. Y'all give a little bit of commentary, not a lot, as we do in Leviticus, because we gonna stay committed to our contract, okay? And what the Lord has inspired us to do as we're learning the word, okay? Learning to live with the Lord, learning to live to be His holy people, okay? His people near. All right. So all to do it. Leviticus, y'all like the live, share the love. Let's see what we got. We stopped with the sin offer, the sin requiring it. Child, where the little honey wanna even add? Did I tell y'all I'm gonna buy this beach house that's right here? I probably didn't say that, huh? Anyway, I'm back. Procedures for the guilt offering. Okay, this is Leviticus. We're in the middle of Leviticus 5. So all to do it, let's get to it. Then the Lord said to Moses, if one of you commits a sin by unintentionally defiling the Lord's sacred property, you must bring a guilt offering to the Lord. The offering must be your own ram with no defects, or you may buy one of equal value with silver as measured by the weight of the sanctuary shekel. You must make restitution for the sacred property you have harmed by paying for the loss, plus an additional 20%. Daddy, what's the word? Inflation? This is inflation prices. I'm sorry. Okay, but Dad, I'm just saying this is it. Thank you, Lord, that we don't have to do this no more. These inflation them prices, ain't it? You pay that back plus some. 20% though. Anyway, I'm back. Okay. When you give the payment to the priest, he will purify you with the ram sacrificed as a guilt offering, making you right with the Lord, and you will be forgiven. Can I talk about side note? I know we gonna get through it, but y'all know how I do. This morning the Lord had me in the book of John, right? He had me in the book of, let me tell y'all just how the Lord worked though, for real. Because when I chopped it up with Padre God, and I was just, you know what I'm saying, asking forgiveness for some things that I had done, and I'm so grateful for forgiveness. And we talked about it yesterday. Crazy thing is, he took me to the book of John this morning, John 2:27, as a matter of fact. And so it even talked about forgiveness this morning, and I just be like, man, the Lord just so good. because he'll forgive us for stuff. The little, I'm talking about, you heard him, child. That little honey wonder was yapping it up, wasn't it? He meant that. He was barking at this little bitty dog that was just walking right there. I don't know what, I can't see him, child, but long as he stay back there. Okay, I'm back. So it's like the Lord is very strategic, even to the point of, because I talked to him about what we talked about yesterday, and he said even that, y'all know that even that is strategy, so that he'll be able to again, using me as an example of how we can stray away from our contracts, our covenant, our commitment. There they go swooping again. So everything is very strategic that the Lord does. But anyway, receive it. Okay, I'm back. Suppose you sin by violating one of the Lord's commands. Even if you are unaware of what you have done, you are guilty and will be punished for your sin. For a guilt offering, you must bring to the priest your own ram with no defects, or you may buy one of equal value. Through this process, the priest will purify you from your unintentional sin, making you right with the Lord, and you will be forgiven. This is a guilt offering for you have been guilty of an offense against the Lord. I'm lying. It wasn't in the book of John. I was in First John. I take it back. I was in First John this morning because I was like, I just want to see something, y'all. Yep, it sure was. I was in First John chapter 2 this morning. And so I'm just saying that's where he had me this morning, even living at then in First John chapter 3 as well. Child, the Lord be strategic, child. He be strategic. Sins are requiring a guilt offering. Okay, sins requiring a guilt offering. Then the Lord said to Moses, suppose one of you sins against your associate and is unfaithful to the Lord. Suppose you cheat in a deal involving a security deposit, or you steal or commit fraud, or you find lost property and lie about it, or you lie while swearing to tell the truth, or you commit any other such sin. And this is also, I feel they just said walking in the spirit, right? Even though like these same rules still apply, child. These ain't went nowhere. These same rules still apply. Okay. So even though we don't have to do all the rituals and all that, this, that, and the third, we still have to obey these laws that the Lord has given. If you have sinned in any of these ways, you are guilty. You must give back whatever you stole, or the money you took by extortion, or the security deposit, or the lost property you found, or anything obtained by swearing falsely. You must make restitution by paying the full price plus an additional inflation prices for 20% to the person you have harmed. Okay. On the same day, you must present a guilt offering. As a guilt offering to the Lord, you must bring to the priest your own ram with no defects, or you may buy one of equal value. Through this process, the priest will purify you before the Lord, making you right with him, and you will be forgiven of any of these sins you have committed. Further instructions for we gonna get through that. This a lot, but we gonna do it because we committed to the cross. Okay. Further instructions for the burnt offering. Then the Lord said to Moses, give Aaron and his sons the following instructions. Child, that's a big old plane. Regarding the burnt offering must be left on top of the altar until the next morning, and the fire on the altar must be kept burning all night. In the morning, after the priest on duty has put on his official linen clothing and linen undergarments, you must clean out the ashes of the burnt offering and put them beside the altar. Then he must take off these garments, change back into his regular clothes, and carry the ashes outside. Child, he was having to get stripped down. Why y'all start singing that song? Y'all so foolish. Quit acting up. I don't even remember how the song goes. Just strip that down for me, baby. But only you can. So put your hands on my. That is not in alignment with the word. Oh, drink it. That. Never mind, I'm back. Okay, look. But there's a lot of change in clothes. Meanwhile, the fire on the altar must be kept burning. It must never go out. Each morning, The priest will add fresh wood to the fire and arrange the burnt offering on it. He will then burn the fat of the peace offerings on it. Remember, the fire must be kept burning on the altar at all times. It must never go out, okay? Further instructions for the grain offering. These are the instructions regarding the grain offering. Aaron's sons must present this offering into the Lord in front of the altar. The priest on duty will take the grain offering, a handful of the choice flour moistened with olive oil together with all the frankincense. He will burn this representative portion on the altar as a pleasing aroma to the Lord. Aaron and his sons may eat the rest of the flour. Message, but it must be baked without yeast and eaten in a sacred place within the courtyard of the tabernacle. Remember, it must never be prepared with yeast. I have given it to the priests as their share of special gifts presented to me, like the sin offering and the guilt offering. It is most holy. Any of Aaron's male descendants may eat from the special gifts presented to the Lord. This is their permanent right from generation to generation. Anyone or anything that touches these offerings will become holy. Come on, holiness. Okay. Good morning, Veronica. Procedures for the ordination offering. Then the Lord said to Moses, on the day Aaron and his sons are anointed, they must present to the Lord the standard grain offering of 2 quarts of choice flour, half to be offered in the morning and half to be offered in the evening. It must be carefully mixed with olive oil and cooked on a griddle. Then slice this grain offering and present it as a pleasing aroma to the Lord. In each generation, the high priest who succeeds Aaron must prepare the same offering. It belongs to the Lord and must be burned up completely. This is a permanent law. All such grain offerings of a priest must be burned up entirely. None of it may be eaten. Further instructions for the sin offering. Then the Lord said to Moses, give Aaron and his sons the following instructions regarding the sin offering. The animal given as an offering for sin is a most holy offering, and it must be slaughtered in the Lord's presence at the place where the burnt offerings are slaughtered. The priest who offers the sacrifice as a sin offering must eat his portion in a sacred place within the courtyard of the tabernacle. Anyone or anything that touches the sacrificial meat will become holy. If any of the sacrificial blood splatters on a person's clothing, the soiled garment must be washed in a sacred place. If a clay pot is used to boil the sacrificial meat, it must then be broken. If a bronze pot is used, it must be scoured and thoroughly rinsed with water. Any male from a priest's family may eat from this offering. It is most holy. But the offering for sin may not be eaten if its blood was brought into the tabernacle as an offering for purification in the holy place. It must be completely burned with fire. Okay. Whew, my goodness. Okay. We finna rock it on now. Okay, here we go. Further instructions for the guilt offering. These are the instructions for the guilt offering. It is most holy. The animal sacrifice as a guilt offering must be slaughtered at the place where the burnt offerings are slaughtered, and its blood must be splattered against all sides of the altar. The priest will then offer all its fat on the altar, including the fat of the broad tail, the fat around the internal organs, the 2 kidneys, and the fat around them near the loins, and the long lobe of the liver. These are to be removed with the kidneys, and the priest will burn them on the altar as a special gift presented to the Lord. This is the guilt offering. Any male from a priest's family may eat the meat. It must be eaten in a sacred place, for it is most holy. The same instructions apply to both the guilt offering and the sin offering. Both belong to the priest, who uses them to purify someone, making that person right with the Lord. In the case of the burnt offering, the priest may keep the hide of the sacrificed animal. Any grain offering that has been baked in an oven, prepared in a pan, or cooked on a griddle belongs to the priest who presents it. All other grain offerings, whether made of dry flour or moistened flour with olive oil, are to be shared equally among all the priests, the descendants of Aaron. Further instructions for the peace offering. These are the instructions regarding the different kinds of peace offerings that may be presented to the Lord. If you present your peace offering as an expression of thanksgiving, the usual animal sacrifice must be accompanied by various kinds of bread made without yeast, thin cakes mixed with olive oil, wafers spread with oil, and cakes made of choice flour with olive oil. This peace offering of thanksgiving must also be accompanied by loaves of bread made with yeast. One of each kind of bread must be presented as a gift to the Lord. It will then belong to the priest who splatters the blood of the peace offering against the altar. The meat of the peace offering of thanksgiving must be eaten on the same day it is offered. None of it may be saved for the morning. Thank y'all. If you bring an offering to fulfill a vow, or as a voluntary offering, the meat must be eaten on the same day the sacrifice is offered. But whatever is left over may be eaten on the second day. I pause. I'm just telling y'all right now, Lord, this y'all, you be giving some details, don't it? I just thought I would throw that in there because, yeah, kind of like y'all and y'all messages. We almost done, but I think I just had to take a breath right there because, child, listen. Okay, I'm back. Any meat left over until the third day must be completely burned up. If any of the meat from the peace offering is eaten on the third day, the person who presented it will not be accepted by the Lord. You will receive no credit for offering it. By then, the meat will be contaminated. So go on, eat it up in them little 2 days. If you eat it, you will be punished for your sin. Don't punish them, Lord. Meat that touches anything ceremonially unclean may not be eaten. It must be completely burned up. The rest of the meat may be eaten, but only by people who are ceremonially clean. If you, child, this word getting on my nervous system. If you are ceremonially unclean, and you eat meat from a peace offering that was presented to the Lord, you will be cut off from the community. Pause, Daddy. Don't kick them out the community, Lord. If you touch anything that is unclean, whether it is human defilement or an unclean animal or any other unclean, detestable thing, and then eat meat from a peace offering presented to the Lord, you'll be cut off from the community. The forbidden blood and fat. Then the Lord said to Moses, give the following instructions to the people of Israel. You must never eat fat, whether from cattle, sheep, or goats. I think we messed that rule up. Thank you, Lord Jesus, that we don't, because baby, can we talk about the marbling that be in ribeyes, which is like the best, my favorite type of steak. I'm just saying. What's it called? Wagyu beef, child. It ain't even got no meat. I'm talking about kicked all the way out, baby. That Wagyu beef, that's why it costs so much, because it ain't even hardly got no meat. It got a whole lot of fat. I bet it's good. We gonna have, wait, let's not say that too loud. He can hear us still, can't it? Daddy, I'm gonna try the Wagyu them one time. Oh, y'all, I bet it's gonna be so good. We gonna try it too, okay? The fat of an animal found dead or torn to pieces by wild animals must never be eaten. No problems with that, though it may be used for any other purpose. What we gonna use it for? It stank. Anyway, I'm back. I'm just saying, Dad, okay, I'm back. Anyone who eats fat from an animal presented as a special gift to the Lord will be cut off from the community. Daddy, we was already done. What? No matter where you live, you must never consume the blood. Okay, we with that, of any bird or animal. Anyone who consumes blood will be cut off from the community. We with that. No vampirism. Okay, because who wants to you? Anyway, I'm talking about a portion for the priests. Okay, of course the blood symbolize, because the reason they use all the blood is because the life is in the blood, hence us being washed in the blood, hence the blood of Jesus, right? Washed in the blood, because the blood is where the life is. Okay. Then the Lord said to Moses, give the following instructions to the people of Israel. When you present a peace offering to the Lord, bring part of it as a gift to the Lord. Present it to the Lord with your own hands as a special gift to the Lord. Bring the fat of the animal together with the breast and lift up the breast as a special offering to the Lord. Then the priest will burn the fat on the altar, but the breast will belong to Aaron and his descendants. Give the right thigh of your peace offering to the priest as a gift. The right thigh must always be given to the priest who offers the blood and the fat of the peace offering. For I have reserved the breast of the special offering and the right thigh of the sacred offering for the priest. Stop it. It is the permanent right of Aaron and his descendants to share in the peace offerings brought by the people of Israel. This is their rightful share. The special gifts presented to the Lord have been reserved for Aaron and his descendants from the time they were set apart to serve the Lord as priests. On the day they were anointed, the Lord commanded the Israelites to give these portions to the priests as their permanent share from generation to generation. These are the instructions for the burnt offering, the grain offering, the sin offering, the guilt offering, as well as the ordination offering and the peace offering. The Lord gave these instructions to Moses on Mount Sinai when he commanded the Israelites to present their offerings to the Lord in the wilderness of Sinai. The end. Okay, the end. Okay. Thank you, Lord. We gonna say thank you. We so happy, so grateful. Y'all, look how the light, the sun just started shining all of a sudden right then. As soon as we finished it, we receive it, Lord. Ordination of the priest is where we're gonna pick up tomorrow. And baby, then it's finna get good. It's finna get good. Let me read. Did we read 8? No, we haven't read 8 yet. So we gonna hold off on there. Child, we finna see what these messages is. Y'all see how the sun literally just started shining right then? It was like at that exact moment, okay, that the sun came over the little roof right there. So we done got through all of it. Yes, reading it at surface level, it don't make a whole lot of sense. But of course, if you do more research, if you look further into it, you do get more understanding of why it's so necessary, why and exactly like how significant. Wait a minute, that's the wrong one. How significant those sacrifices were. And of course, thought you was talking to me when you said stop it. I was just laughing and said, listen, look, might have been. I was talking to Spirit now, but I'm just saying. So, that might have been your word, child. I don't even know. That is funny.